Hi, my name's Hazel, and I start my day by vacuuming my bed. If you're new here, my name is Hazel, and I am going through TSW as part of my eczema situation. I have chronic eczema, and I am undergoing no moisture treatment, and this is a week 5 recap. So, a bit late with this video. I was a bit busy on the weekend, and then on yesterday, Monday, I did record this whole thing, and then when I went to go to edit it, the recording had vanished. It did not exist anywhere that I could find it. So I don't know what happened, but it wasn't real. So I decided to just try again today. So here we are. At week 5 was our first week with our increased fluid intake, so going from 1.3 liters to 1.5. So let's get into it. So hydration, we had an additional 200 ml, and let me tell you, it has made such a difference in my day-to-day. Genuinely, it's wild. And you all know how much I was looking forward to starting week 5 with a cup of tea. Let me show you how that went.
Okay, it's day 29. I've made a cup of tea. I'm so excited. Here we go. Yeah, this was worth the wait. This is gonna go down very quickly, may I say.
And yes, it did go down very quickly and very easily. It did not last long. It was delicious. And by happenstance, my tea of choice is a rooibos tea, which is a caffeine-free tea, but it has an abundance of other health benefits, which I didn't realize at the time. I only knew this because I looked up. I was looking up to check whether it had the same compound that licorice has, which is common in some teas, which we want to avoid because that makes your skin or your system think that you're back on steroids, which is exactly what we don't want to do. So the ones that are applicable to me, promotes healthy skin. What a win. It's good for bone health, it improves sleep, it's an anti-inflammatory, it's good for hydration, it provides allergy relief, and it's gentle on teeth, so no staining. And those are just the ones applicable to me. It's also good for your hair, it promotes liver health, it can do a whole bunch of other stuff that I can't remember right now, but it's a great tea. So I was really happy that just by chance that is the tea that I have had. I also treated myself to a coffee for the first time in 4 weeks, just a small one, small soy latte. And another day I was out with a friend and I got myself a small smoothie, and you could not pry that from my cold dead hands. It was so delicious and so it was so delicious. It was so good. It was just like the best thing I had had in weeks. It was delicious. So definitely a bit of an indulgent week, which I think is going to be a theme for week 5. But yeah, I would say the hydration was easier to follow. But funnily enough, I felt that I was still probably more in the area of 1.3 liters than 1.5. Like, the amount that was left in my water bottle at the end of the day, including like fluid from my food and things, I think I was still closer to 1.3. So that was interesting. Sleep. Oh boy. It is what it is, I guess. There was one night I tossed and turned and had nightmare after nightmare after nightmare, which wasn't a lot of fun. And then there was other nights where I fell asleep around 10 o'clock and woke up again at 3 a.m. So it's... And then other nights where I would fall asleep around 10 and then wake up at 11 and feel really rested and then still have to sleep for another 7 hours, so, or more. So, you know, it doesn't seem to matter. The nighttime routine that I have is quite a wind down one. I'm still gonna keep doing it. I'm not gonna not do it. Um, but it doesn't seem to really impact the quality of the sleep or the duration or anything like that. I am enjoying though, like this new routine that I have of, you know, actually reading before going to bed. Yes, I am in my bed at 8:30. Um, trying to, you know, do things to get to sleep before 10, but I am enjoying it. So I'm gonna keep that going. Alright. I'm gonna totally level with you. I did no exercise in week 5. No intentional exercise. Cause I was on my period, and I don't want to exercise when I'm on my period. I will preface this though by saying I'm aware I'm one of the lucky ones. Mine lasts for like 3 days, and then after that it's just spotting for a few days, and very minimal pain. I will take ibuprofen or Panadol on either the first or the second day, and then I'm sorted. It is very rare for me to need more or for my period itself to go longer. So, I'm sorry to my friends who have it worse. I'm not trying to rub it in. I'm just being realistic with my situation. But yes, because of my having my period that week, I was like, I'm not doing it. I just refuse. I refuse to do it. So that's that. I'll say though, I definitely still notice if I don't do it. In my body, I notice if I'm not exercising. Like, I'm a lot creakier. I don't know if that's just because I'm in my 30s now and I'm not a spring chicken anymore, or if it's because I am just did more intentional exercise over 4 weeks than I had, and now I really notice if I don't do it. So it could be both, I don't know, but I do definitely notice if I don't do it. So I'll be getting back into that this week. A new section. um, so I've decided that I should start talking about some of the food aspects of my healing. I was hesitant to include this because it's such a controversial area, and I don't want to be seen to be promoting this, that, or the next thing, or say this is good for you, this is bad for you, so on and so forth. I don't believe in moral ethics of food, like fed is better than not, and certainly there are foods that are going to promote benefits over others, but it is a part of my treatment overall, not the no moisture treatment, but as like for my treatment, because I know that food is a trigger for my eczema. So I wanted to at least start to talk a little bit about that in relation to myself. So I am not going to be trying to influence anyone in any way, and I've said from the very start, I'm not a medical professional or a nutritionist or anything like that. This is just from my own research and things that I've put together that I feel work for me. So on that happy note, with the no moisture treatment, you can technically eat whatever you want. If you are not affected by food, or if you are at a point of your TSW journey where it kind of almost doesn't matter what you eat because you're so affected. I don't know, I haven't actually had that point. There are people who had TSW way worse than I do. So again, I don't want to speak for them, but you can, on the no moisture treatment, have pretty much whatever you like. Try to avoid salt though, because that will just make you thirsty. That's just a given. It is advised that you don't start any dietary stuff when you start neuromoisture treatment because it's too hard to track whether the treatment is working or the diet is working. However, I was already doing a low histamine diet before I began the neuromoisture treatment, so I have stayed with my low histamine diet. So that is where I'm at. However, week 5, as I said before, was a bit of an indulgent week. I had what I would call not safe foods. So there are safe foods and not safe foods. Not safe being ones that I know will trigger a reaction. So a lot of artificial foods, like lollies, which I shouldn't be having, just because technically it's gluten-free and vegan and doesn't have, these things in them, but they are still full of things that I should not be consuming. But I chose to because I wanted to. And also there was like a frozen yogurt thing, like a cookies and cream frozen yogurt, which wasn't Hazel safe. It was gluten-free and vegan, but I'm not strictly vegan, but it's easier than being, dairy, egg, and gluten-free. But the cookie crumb was made from like chickpea flour, and I'm not supposed to be having chickpeas or chickpea related things because beans and legumes and things are either high in histamine or histamine liberators. So that, what was that? So, just things like that, and it has definitely shown. Like, it's very quick. Both of my eyes are very irritated. I am very itchy, kind of all over myself. I bought a tub of soy-based ice cream, just the vanilla one, because I can't be having chocolate or cocoa. So again, that like cookies and cream little frozen yogurt thing, I had cocoa in it. Can't be having that. So there's a lot of things that I have had in the last week that have just kind of built up. So now that I'm quite irritated all over. And that's on me. I know that that's on me. That's not like, it's not like no one forced me to do it. It was me. I wanted to do it, so I did it. So I will be focusing more on being a bit more making safer choices with my food and my beverages. Just trying to make sure that I am giving my body what it needs so it can heal. Because I do try not to linger on the fact that, oh, I can't have this and I can't have that or whatever. And like I said in my last video, I am only human. There are going to be times where I'm like, oh, but I don't linger on it. But sometimes, especially when I'm on my period, I just want sugar. I can't have chocolate, so I guess I'll have some artificial lollies. That's fine. But I will try and put some plans in place, I think, for the next time that happens, so that I have some Hazel-safe alternatives that will hopefully hit the spot. So overall, yes, it was a fun week, food and drink-wise. And not having to exercise. Well, I should have exercised again. I chose not to. Yes, it was an indulgent week. That is what I would put it down to. I would say I won't be doing that kind of week again for a while, because the consequences are quite immediate. Just because it doesn't happen instantly or the next day, it does kind of pile up, and then it's gotten quite irritated the last few days. So all of that's gone now. Like, I've finished the ice cream, I've finished the lollies, it's all done. So I don't have to worry about that anymore. So I will be just getting back into doing my exercise, having my safe foods. I don't feel like I've gone backwards. Like, I don't feel like I've ruined everything or anything like that. I just feel like I have allowed myself a little bit of fun, and I know that like I've learned from it. Like, okay, I can't have that right now, or you know, not that much, or whatever. I am fighting off the suspicion that I might have a soy intolerance. Really hope that's not the case because it's in absolutely everything. But we will see, because you're also not supposed to be doing like food testing while you're on NMT. Like I said before, like you're not supposed to introduce dietary stuff if you weren't previously doing it because it's too hard to track. But yes, I do rather suspect that I might have a soy intolerance, but that is a future problem for future Hazel to worry about. Alright, well that was week 5. We're now in week 6. It's day 37, technically, as I record this. So we will get back into it proper. And if you're going through it, the TSW, the moisture treatment, eczema, if you're trying different foods and things, remember you're not alone. We're going through it together.